Hiya, it's Kerry here from Mobilates. Lovely to see you here at Virtual Village Hall. We're going to have about 30 minutes of really gentle Pilates inspired movement. We're going to be doing standing, we're going to be doing sitting, we're going to be doing lying down, and the lying down could be on a bed. I would say probably not a sofa because it's going to be a little rolling side to side. And you may fall off a sofa because it won't be enough room. So it could be the floor if you're happy to get down onto the floor, and you can take as long as you like. Or it could be on a bed, just take the duvet off. And then you could do the rest of it sitting on the edge of the bed. If you're not up for standing, you can mix it up, whatever works for you. We're going to start with a bit of walking. So I don't normally start with a bit of breathing, so I'm slightly different today. Walking in your space, forwards and backwards. It doesn't need to be many steps. I'm just using the mat. And you want to reduce any fall risk. You don't want to be going over the edge of things. So just forwards and backwards if you're sitting. Just stepping as far forwards as you can. Stepping as far backwards as you can. Arms can join in as well. Just to get you moving, get things warm, but also to get you moving sometimes in a way that your body goes, or my head goes, oh, what's going on? Especially the backwards movements. Who's that saying hello already? Hello, Jackie. Nice to have you here. Anyone else here joining Jackie today? Give me a little hello. I like to check in. I sort of can see you out the corner of my eye, and then I check in afterwards. If anyone's got any messages or anything they're going to tell me about the week, we're going to change this up. Right, we're now going to go into a sort of square shape. So I'm doing this, just moving off the edge of my mat for this, but you can make it really small. And I'm not there to measure your square, so don't worry about it too much. You might take one side step, one back step, one side step, one front step, or you might make it bigger. It's just to get you moving in different ways. So we've had forwards, backwards, now we've got sidewards. Now if you're on the chair, same thing, step, side, back, out to the side. I don't really mind how you do it, just getting it to work. And then take it the other way. It's just making everything move in a slightly different way. We're putting in sideways movements, backwards movements, forwards movements. You tend to do a lot of forwards, but these side to side, backwards ones, these come in when you least expect it normally in life, when you have to move out of the way for something, you haven't planned it so much. So it's good to get these ones in and warm ourselves up whilst we're doing it, like some sort of line dancing type of a thing. And I've gone both ways, and if I've gone this way, just catching up with myself. And then we're going to bring it back to standing, to sitting, and just have a moment. Let your belly relax, take some deeper breaths. Hopefully you feel a little bit warmer now as well. Long, slow exhales through the mouth. And I want you to exhale until you feel your belly start to pull away from your top, a bit like when you're in cold water. And your belly feels like it's pulling backwards, that sort of feeling. So a breath in and letting this feel full. And a breath out, feeling a little deflation. And then that feeling like you're trying to pull your belly away from your top. Really hard if you've got a really tight top on. This favours the baggier top. One more. And then we're just going to align ourselves. Just check with your feet. Can we get them to parallel? Distance apart is about a paperback book. If you're sitting, it's about 2 fists between the knees if you want to check that. And then grow tall. You can imagine that someone's just placed a crown on your head. And that just brings your chin down with that crown. So you're just looking ahead. Beautiful. Taking your head back slightly like you're leaning against a wall. If you're standing, you'll feel your weight just drop back into your heels a little bit. And then we'll turn our head from one way to the other, just gliding it And then bring it back to the center. Give your shoulders, really from the back of the shoulders, like the shoulder blades trying to roll around. So it's just small. And then we'll glide again, one way and the other. Keep your breathing going. Don't hold your breath. We'll just breathe on and out breath. And those little scapular shoulder blade rolls again. And then this time we're taking the ear down towards one shoulder. Head back to the center, down towards the other shoulder. You're just pivoting in the center like you've got a finger beneath your chin. You can even do it with a finger beneath your chin. And then turn to the side. Look up to your ceiling or the sky if you'd rather think about the sky. And then roll around to the other side. Chin just hovering over your chest. Couple more of those. Back to the center. Hand on your belly, hand on your back. We're just going to use a bit of power on the belly. So take a breath in. As you breathe out and feel your tension across here, your belly pulling back from your t-shirt. Let's tilt underneath, lengthen your back. And then lengthen your front, stick your bum out. That's a breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out, or just breathe when you want to. And just finding these two different shapes. One where you might have a bit of an arch and it feels like your bottom's sticking out, and the other where this feels flatter. One more. And then, like you've got a hula hoop and you're just hula hooping around, soft in your knees. Now, if you're in the chair, you might find your knees still move. You haven't got as much space because your bottom is on the chair base. So it feels like you're grinding into that a little bit. And then let's take it the other way. That's it. And then just stand again, grow tall again. We're going to shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, and then as you breathe out, melt them down. Inhale, take them up. Exhale, melt them down. Maybe a little squeeze at the back. You're trying to put a pencil between your shoulder blades and squeeze it. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more, breathe in. Breathe out. Check in with your feet again, just in case they've got closer or further. We'll go back to that paperback book. We're going to go do a heel raise. Your arms can come up at the sides to help you balance. If you're sitting in the chair, put them on your chest. Breathing in. Breathing out. God, I forgot my arms. Breathe in. And out. In. Out. Next one's different. Breathe in. Breathe out. This time, bend your knees and slide as if you're going down a wall if you're standing. If you're sitting, you do heel raise, and then that comes down, and then hinge forwards as low as you want to. You can even have your hands on your knees and use them to help you push back, or your hands on your chest and use your belly muscles. So heel raise, and then that hinge. And now it's getting more complicated, so I don't mind when you breathe, just breathe. Sort of stacking the exercises up here. So we've got two, we're going to add in a third in a moment. Last one like this. The next one is to raise your toes. I'm going to just come back slightly so you can see my feet. So we do the heels. We slide down the wall or hinge forwards. Now lifting up your toes. You can just about see if I give my toes a wiggle. My toes are sort of waving at you. Just so you feel the weight drops back a little bit. You're just trying to lift those toes off the floor. And then it's a heel raise, knee bend or hinge forwards, and then the toes up. Heel raise, slide down, Toes up, could push the arms back as well, palms back. Far as they want to go. This is all when we go knee bend. Great stuff for your ankles. Nice for the calves as well. And getting a bit of a stretch out. Last one. That's it. And then give your legs a little shake. And clasp your fingers together. Hello, Irene. Nice to have you here. You can either interlock your fingers or you can stack if that's more comfortable. Bring your elbows into your chest. So we're just thinking about the wrists and the hands, not the arms. They're going to stay as still as they can. We'll do a little, like someone's trying to handshake. So your hands going up and down. Then a little side to side. Then we're going to go a little diagonal. I'm going to turn. Oh, that's harder. And the other diagonal. And now circles one way, circles the other. And then a sort of figure of 8. I always think this looks like either worried hands or start to think about kneading bread and bread dough. Always like wringing your hands out. It's that sort of move. And then open your arms out. And make this as big as you want to. You can make it really big or keep it below your shoulders if your shoulders are feeling a bit sore. You can start to lean back as the arms go back. And then you can start to come forwards. So leaning back, a bit of a back bend, come forwards with your bottom sticking back. Your back stays straight, or it could, if it's okay for you, be curved over if that's comfortable. We're just making bigger shapes, really, with our arms. I'm just trying not to crash into the chair as well. And a couple more of these. And just get your breath back. Get yourself steady because we're going straight into a balance. So if you are standing, you may want something to help you for balance. My standing leg's next to the thing that's helping me. This leg's going to come up a little bit. And I'm going to press the hand down and the leg up. If you're sitting, or you've got your legs bent. So this happens in the same position, but you can do this with 2 hands instead. So hands on one leg, and you're going to push your knee as if you're pushing it right up into your chest. And with your hands, you're going to push downwards. So take a breath in, breathe out, leg coming up, hand pushing down. And then put the foot down, have a wiggle, going again, breath in. That's the 2-handed version if you can cope with the balance. And then take it down. Final one, breath in, breath out, push and pull it the other way. Oh, I'm losing it. Wiggle. Now we're going to take the leg up. We're not pressing this time, we're just lifting it enough to give the ankle a bit of circulation, bit of moves, circling each way, forwards and backwards, side to side. And then we're going to swap around, do exactly the same on the other side. So if I do this one sitting, hands on the thigh, breath in, breath out, trying to lift this leg right up like that and push down. On the exhale, and then let it go, a wiggle, breath in, breath out, and then let everything go. Soon get a build up in the leg on this one. The last one, breath in, breath out. Might feel your heel come off the floor, not quite your toe though, you're pushing down too much. And then let it wobble. And then that leg comes up just enough for you to move your foot around in all the directions. Just move the chair over this way and check where we're going next. Oh, something a bit looser. So if you're sitting, just start to slide your hands up and down your leg. If you're standing, floating your hands around as if you are swishing water of the most perfect temperature. You know, that sort of bath that feels really inviting, not too hot, not too cold. Or you think about the bubbles. And then if you're sitting, swish your arms around too, make it bigger. You can let your arms fall onto yourself. Much easier standing than sitting doing that one. Looking behind you if you can. Definitely letting your feet move, your legs move. Last ones of these. Slowing it down. Taking your legs wider. Feet outwards. If you are standing, we are going to go into a squat sort of shape. So this is like you send your bottom back. You're trying to push your drawer closed. So it might be a small, you see, there's my knees. They're not bending so much like that. But I'm just like I'm knocking a drawer closed with my bottom. You can go lower. Back stays straight. Or it might arch that way a little bit. If you're sitting, just coming forwards, use your thighs and press your feet down as much as you can. And then we're going to bring something else in. So squat back, push up, arms up together. Squat back, push up, arms at sort of 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Squat back, same the other way. Squat back, 12 o'clock. Slow squat this time, slow hinge forwards. Push up, arms up. Slow, lower, 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 as low as you want to go. Oh, 3 o'clock or a 9 o'clock. I'm not sure which way it looks to you. Slow. Oh, that wasn't so slow. Let's hold it then. Hold it down there a little bit. And then a push up. We're going that 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Last one. Slow, 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 slow. As low as you want to go. Oh, gone very low. And push up. And you're done. We're going to make our way down towards the floor. So we can do this with a roll down so that you roll all the way down your body, head traveling down, and just drape yourself downwards, and then you might bend your legs and come down that way. Or it might be that you're going to stick your bottom out, keep your back straight. If you don't want to bend, put weight through your spine there, and lower yourself down that way. But take yourself down towards the floor. I shall see you down there. Could be that you're taking yourself to your bed, of course. You might want a cushion under your head. Get yourself super comfy. I'm a big believer in using whatever makes you comfortable, whatever props you need. Go for it. And we're starting with a rest position. You're going to need a bit of space either side of you. In fact, I'm going to move myself this way a little bit because I know that we're going to be rolling about shortly. And I want to make sure there's plenty of room. Right. Your legs are bent, feet are on the floor. Don't worry about how far apart, just comfortable. And first, put your palms on your thighs and just push a little bit and just wriggle your shoulders, your head and neck up your bed or mat a bit. And then let your hands rest on your low belly. Check that you're looking up at the ceiling and not like your head's tipped back and you're looking behind you. If you are, need something underneath there just to make your head more comfortable. And I want you to breathe into your hands on your low belly and feel your belly swell. And then as you breathe out, blow the breath out slowly. And just feel the belly just deflate and come away from your hands a little bit. Another breath like that. And blow it out nice and slow. One more like that. Breath in. Feel it swell and then just feel it deflate. And I want you to hold that deflated feeling. So there's a bit of tension on your belly. It's like you've got tighter pants on. Now I want you to breathe in again, but not to your belly, up here into this part of your chest. All of the lungs up here. Breathe in. Try not to breathe it here. Here, your diaphragm's not moving down. And now breathe out. Slide a leg away. Breathe in as it slides it back. Breathing up here. Slide the other leg away. Breath in as it slides back. Arms can now come somewhere out to the side, but keep this feeling like you've got tight pants on. Breath in. Breath out. Slide that leg away. This time, push the heel away and lift the leg up. It might be just a little, might be a bit higher. And then take it down and slide it back. Breath in. Breathing out as you slide the leg away, heel pushing away. So your toes come towards you. Raise your leg as much as you can, might be just off the floor or as high as the other thigh, so they're parallel. And then take it down, slide it back. The legs are going to stay like that. We're going to bring the arms in, so bring them into your sides a little bit. Breath in. And as you push the leg away, opposite arm is going back. Now, push that heel away, raise the leg, bring it down, and the arm returns. Breath in, breath out. Lift the leg. As it comes back down and you're bringing everything back to the beginning, breathe in. Just keep this going for a couple more. Last one. And then just let your legs have a little sway. We're going to take out whatever is underneath your head. So if you've got a cushion under your head, you can take that out because we're going to go up into a bridge. But we'll start with some pelvic tilts. So your hands can go on your belly if you like, just to get this going again. You might feel the breath going in here because there's going to be a lot more sort of movement going on. Your belly won't be sort of need to be as tight all the time. Breath in. And as you breathe out, feel like you're dropping your waistband of your top downwards. Your bottom tucks up a little bit. Breath in. Waistband comes away from the floor. There's a bit of space. Breath out. Take your waistband or your jumper down to the floor. Feels like you're trying to squash your back down. Breath in. Take it away. Breath out. Roll it back. This time, arms down by your sides. Wriggle your hands down and press a little. And just lift your bottom up higher. Press with your feet. So now, see if slide a hand underneath. And then lower it down nice and slow. Close your eyes if you want to. Breath in. Breath out. Just starting to tuck your bottom under. Raise off the floor, so you're lifting your hips up, your belly up. Push through your feet, come up a bit higher. As high as you want to. Those hands and arms are still on the floor. And then slowly lowering down. You're trying to make each bit of your spine through your top touch the floor. Bit by bit by bit. There's always a sticky bit where it feels like it's coming down all at once. Breath in, we're going to go up again. Breathe out, up you come. And just hold it there. You can squeeze your bottom if that feels good. It can help hold you there a bit more. Now, let's try raising one arm slightly, just like the arm's hovering. So the fingers trying to reach towards the feet. Press your big toes, all the toes down. Other arm, you can't see my other arm, but it's just come off the floor. They're just hovering. You can even move them up and down a little bit. But keep them nice and stiff and straight, like they're reaching away. And then take the arms down. And let the body travel down like you're rolling out a red carpet. Now try bringing the legs in a little closer. If it's already felt quite challenging, leave the legs where they are. But if you want to, Just take it a bit further and it's comfortable for you to do that. You can bring your legs in as close as you like, even squeeze them together. Bring yourself up again. It's a bit more wobbly this time. Definitely feel the bottom squeezing. Squeeze the legs towards each other, like you've got Velcro all going up the inside of your thighs. And then take it down. Going up again, breath in. Breath out, up we go. Hover both arms just a couple of inches off the floor. You can give them a little move up and down, like you're just trying to sort of paddle in water almost. Trying not to wobble about, trying to squeeze the knees together. Mum, we're going out of the sides then. So squeezing them together, arms down, roll everything down, bring your knees into your chest. And how about a little bit of circling? So it's like you're trying to steer them with your hands. You could do this with your hands to the sides if you don't want to put them on your knees. And then the other way. And then we're going to go for a long body stretch and make a banana shape. So first we'll stretch. Now, if it's comfortable, arms above your head. If not, just have your arms down by your sides or out to the sides. It's a big, long stretch. And then I want you to start to make a sort of curved banana sort of shape. So I'm moving my legs over to one corner. I'm going to cross this top leg, ankles across over that way. I'm going to take my arms over this way, so I'm making that curve. And this hand here, as my left hand, is clasping my right hand over. Too much for your shoulders, do it over this way and just make that shape with this part of your body instead. You can rest your hands over your chest. And just take some breaths here. There's a lot of space here. You can send your breath there. And then start to uncurve yourself. Let's go straighter again. Arms out, legs out a little bit. How about right arm and left leg pulling away from each other? Breathe in. And as you breathe out, just let them come back a little bit towards you, a bit more relaxed. And then left arm and right leg stretching away from each other. Breathe in. And let them come back towards you. A little relaxed. One more each time with that. So it's a pull of opposites. Someone's got your right arm. Someone's got your left leg. Make them as far apart from each other as you can. Oof. And then relax. And then we're going for that same pull of opposites, other side. So left hand, right foot, as far as they can from each other. Like someone's pulling your right foot, someone's pulling your left arm. And then bring your arms in. We're going to go out into a sort of T shape. Bend your legs. And we'll take the legs wide. So you can see mine are super wide. They're on the outside edge of the mat. But as wide as you comfortably can, your feet quite close to you. We start to dip the legs down. So you're going for one knee, trying to dip down. This other leg falls wherever it wants to here, making an L shape, like a 90-degree sort of shape. And then switch to the opposite side. And we'll do that one more time. And you might find that you get some part of your legs down to the floor, or they might be hovering. Doesn't matter, whatever works for you. Now the next one of these is slightly different. We go over again. And then we're going to swing this arm and this top leg and roll up and bring this knee up as high as you can. You can squeeze it in. And then we're going to take it back down again. Roll onto your back. And you can see your back at that starting point with the wide knees. Then your legs fall over. Let this arm come with you. Let this leg swing up as much as it can. You can hold it in a little bit, like you're hugging it. And then we travel back down, rolling back down to the floor. So you can see why you needed plenty of room, this move. Give yourself time, do this slowly, especially if some bits feel a little bit odd because you're not used to moving like this, not something we do every day. Now the next one can be a little different if you want to, so I'll show you how it goes. Legs are the same. This time, this arm is not coming over, it's just going to stay here, and just the leg's going to swing up as much as it can, and then swing back. So it's more of an opening on the shoulders. So if that's comfortable, you can do that, swap to the other side. Otherwise, stick where you were before with the arm coming with you. Now, one thing I do notice with this is as I do it, I come slightly further down the mat and my top just rides up. I suppose if I was wearing a leotard, I wouldn't have this problem, but I think my leotard days are back in the 1980s when I wasn't even 20. Let's go for one more each side. I can't imagine wearing a leotard these days, the most complicated thing to get on and off, or a whole bodysuit. And then we'll bring the legs in just so they're a comfortable distance apart. Just let your knees sway a little bit, roll onto the sides of your feet. And we'll let our legs fall to one side and roll over to one side and push ourselves upwards. And we're going to sit with wide legs. So if you are on a bed, you can let your legs dangle over the edge, feet on the floor, but the legs wide. If you're on a flat surface, just get yourself comfortable. You can sit on top of something if that feels more comfortable for your back. Just have a little wriggle. Right, you can see my feet, toes are coming towards me. So bring your toes towards you and then let your legs and your toes roll outwards and then lengthen your feet like you've got super long legs. You don't have to really point because I can feel as soon as I try and point, I start to get cramped quite easily. So just making them as long as you can. So it looks like one long line. You can put your hands behind you if you like and push away from the floor and push your legs so they're sort of rolling outwards. And then take those toes up like they're dipping inwards a little. Outwards, long, and then dipping in. Feels like my knees really want to bend a little bit there. As go outwards, legs go super straight. So go with it, just go with what they're doing. Last one. We're going to bring one foot inwards towards the other thigh. It could also be like this. We're just going to have a little lean and a turn. I'm just admiring the ceiling, turning the chest away. And then back to the center and swap over. A little lean this way, admiring the ceiling the other way. And then back to the center. Sit however you want to, any way that's comfortable. Arms out to the side. You know what this means? Breath in, fingers touch. Bring your hands into your chest. We're done. Give yourselves a clap. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of mindful, mobilizing sort of movement, bit of strength going on, bit of stretching. Have a lovely rest of the evening, and I'll see you again next week.